In this video, I'm going to show you how to source profitable products for your Amazon business way faster than before. We're going to be jumping into some of my favorite features of SellerAmp and some other very simple softwares. I'm going to be breaking down 4 or 5 specific time savers that I use when I'm sourcing products for my business using fundamental tools like SellerAmp or even just free websites. But if you're brand new to the channel, my name's Warner Fields with Fields of Profit. I'm a full-time 7-figure Amazon seller. And after selling on Amazon for over 4 years now, I've picked up on a couple of these awesome tricks that I want to go ahead and show off for you guys. We're going to start with the simple stuff and move on to some more complicated ideas, so be sure to stick around for the whole video if you want to get the full value. But before we do that, if you're brand new to selling on Amazon and you want even more free resources to learn how to start this business, just give me a link directly beneath me for our completely free Amazon seller Discord community. There's over 45,000 people in there sharing a ton of free information. Would love to see you in there, but let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, so probably the most fundamental of the tricks that I want to go ahead and show off for you guys today is how to speed up your reverse sourcing. If you're brand new to selling on Amazon, it's a good idea to go to listings that are in Nike, Great Value, Lego, any brands that you see a lot of other third-party sellers selling on. You don't want to be competing with private label and wholesale guys. And Nike doesn't sell on Amazon. They don't do any wholesale. So anyone who's selling on this listing is going to be an arbitrage seller, meaning they're buying it from Nike.com, Adidas.com. Well, probably not in this case, but JD Sports, Finish Line, all that kind of stuff, right? So what I want to do from here is go ahead and check out one of these individual storefronts. So let's just click on this guy, for example. He's got, around 200 feedback. So they probably know what they're doing, but they're also not, a massive Amazon seller where it's going to be impossible to figure out how they're sourcing their products. And so the real value here, and just that quick trick, some of you guys have probably seen this before. I like to go in here, look at the individual products. So, hey, what is my max cost on this product? This is telling me, hey, if you want to sell this item and make at least a 35% ROI or a $3 profit, which is going to be a good baseline, especially if you want to sell shoes because they're going to get returned and all that. So in this case, we'd have to buy this for $55.38. So that's my first quick time saver here for you guys, is just using this max cost option using SellerAmp reverse sourcing. And even just to take it a step further, let's say you look at this item and you think you can buy this particular Air Force One for $55. It'd probably be a pretty good deal. Then you could just go ahead and use the Google button, and that's going to search that title for you on Google. So in this case, looks like we could see what kind of different options we have. So that could be them right there for $70. Kind of a weirder style for sure. There it is from Nike.com. You could check it out. Overall, I'm noticing that the prices on this particular model seem to be way higher than that $55 price point. So in this case, I would probably be able to skip past this item unless I had like a really good coupon or something like that I wanted to reference. I'm seeing a lot of those. There it is at Hibbett for 110. There it is at Nike for 120. And even if we found the right coupon, or even if it was an awesome coupon, it probably wouldn't really necessarily make it super profitable for us. So in this case, we could go ahead and keep skipping past this item. So the second quick time saver I want to show you guys is this Google button on SellerAmp right here. Instead of having to copy the title and find it over on Google yourself, just click that button, have it Google it for you, and see if you can find that product at a realistic price. A quick note as well, sometimes you'll see items like this where, obviously this type of shoe is obviously not called Nike Men's Lace Up. So in this case, we can just click the Amazon, and then most of the time within SellerAmp and within the, the backend data that Amazon's providing, it's going to give you the actual model number. So in this case, you probably couldn't click the Google button there because it's going to just search that for you. But in this case, all you'd have to do is click the Google button there. It's going to go ahead and search that proper model number for you. And so right away here, we'd be able to quickly see, which potential products we could buy. So we could go probably into shopping here. And I might even just simplify that title even a little bit further. So you could just get that full title pasted into Google for you. And in this case, let's see, a lot of Mercari, a lot of eBay, could be like a discontinued type shoe. There it is at Nike.com, but it's $75. So maybe this is the type of thing that you're waiting for, a sale to roll around. There it is at Goat for $75. There's Nike for $75. So, if the right coupon code rolled around, that kind of stuff, you might be able to get it cheap enough. In this case, it doesn't seem like we're going to be super close, but still very easily able to find that item quickly versus, searching for the title yourself and all that. So then within that, I also wanted to show you a faster way to do your manual sourcing on Amazon. So this is called reverse sourcing. If you're brand new to Amazon, going to somebody's storefront and seeing if you can find their items cheap enough at a different website. Each one has its own merits. Reverse sourcing is a little bit beginner friendly because you already know, the right types of products or the products you might be interested in selling. And then all you have to do is find a good source for them outside of Amazon, like we were looking for pretty quickly there. The other way to do it, and the way that I probably do more of my sourcing, it's a harder way to do it, but it takes, a little more skill, and software is going to, software is going to miss some stuff occasionally, especially if you're using scanning softwares and stuff like tactical arbitrage. So the way I prefer to source usually is manual sourcing. So I'll just go to a sale like this. Let's say, we're at iherb.com, 20% off on beauty. So, anything, I'll just start hopping in here and we can go ahead and check out some of these items. So this Neutrogena product kind of sticks out to me a little bit. Neutrogena is a brand I've sold before, and some of the listings Amazon's not on, the brand themselves doesn't sell on it. And so from here, all you have to do is click the SellerAmp extension like I just did there, and it's going to paste that title into Amazon for you. And so right away we can see here's a 6-pack of those going for $39. So definitely not going to make sense there. But this right here could be interesting. Let's see, this is probably a multi-pack. Yeah, I'm mousing over the item there. We can see that it is a 3-pack typically. So we're not going to be able to pull the trigger on that because that's, obviously 1-pack. We're buying them for about $5 a piece or so after that 20% code. So not super interesting there. And then we can just keep going down. Seems like we might have gotten a little to the end of it, or let's check this one out actually. Yeah, this will probably be close, probably not a great product, but it is a decent example of the types of products that you can be on the lookout for. So let's see. So 684. So I'll do 684. This is another quick time saver. I already was on my list, kind of count up organically. You can do your math in SellerAmp over here. So in that case, all I do is times 0.80 because we're getting 20% off that. And then I'll probably just go times 2 because we're buying 2. It's a 2-pack. Yeah, just confirm. Yeah, 2-pack, 20 count. Everything looks the same beyond that. Let's see. Is it those same singles? Yep. So it's the singles right there. Maybe the packaging's changed up a little bit, but that's definitely going to be the same item there. So let's see. We're paying $10.94 for this. Seems like right now it's selling for $21.90. So we're almost making profit, really close to a good profitable item here. And something that you might even take advantage of here is down here on the Keepa, you can see that a lot of these lower priced sales, we can even zoom in a little bit. Let's simplify that. So on the buy box here, it's showing you who's the add to cart button. That's how you get sales on Amazon. And this pink line on the Keepa chart down here shows you over time what that buy box price was. So right now, buy box price is $21.90. Over down here on Keepa, it's going to say $21.90. I mean, one thing I'm noticing on this item is anytime you sell as an FBA seller, the price jumps up way higher and gives you some of those sales. So on an item like this, you could even jump in here and sell these for $24. I mean, this might honestly be a product that I would buy. I don't recommend buying it now that it's on YouTube and all that kind of stuff, but I probably would pull the trigger on at least a little bit of these based on the fact that these FBA sellers are all making sales at the $24+ price point, which would put us at a 40% ROI at $4.37 profit. So right away, we're finding an item that definitely not a home run, like the price could drop a little bit, but seems like a good seller. Seems like the price has been consistent for a while. No real major action on the number of new sellers. You don't want to be buying an item where you see the new sellers going way high because then supply and demand is going to kick in, prices are going to drop. Overall, this seems like a decent item. Definitely not a home run, like I said, but right away, like literally the first item we looked at with using a SellerAmp SaaS search there kind of saves us some time. It helps us find all those different multi-packs. And instead of giving up, just looking at that first listing we saw or the 1-pack, all that, we're able to dig a little bit deeper and find a potentially profitable multi-pack. So within that, another thing you might want to take advantage of is, let's say you're looking at this listing here where, we're just scrolling down the page here and you're not sure if this Vital Proteins brand is, can I sell this on Amazon? Is this something I should even be researching? This is where I'll also use the SellerAmp SaaS search button to quickly pull that listing up for me. And over here, I'm going to start looking for the number of listings where there are, a lot of different arbitrage sellers, or if it's, just hogged by one seller. So in this case, like let's open up this listing here. I'll show you what I mean. So perfect. So right here, we can see Vital Proteins, the brand itself is selling on this listing. And so that tells me that this might be a brand that I would probably want to avoid. They're definitely going to give you an IP complaint on this brand. They might not necessarily give you an IP complaint on some of these others. So you can see they've got 36 different offers here, 68, 35, 31. So there could be something to this, right? IP alerts saying that it could potentially be an IP complaint, but using SellerAmp here to just quickly pull up several of these listings, we can very quickly see, is this an item that I want to be selling, or is this going to be an IP complaint? So down here on Keepa, probably start looking to see if there are any seller spikes or any seller drop-offs, or a bunch of sellers got kicked off the listing out of nowhere. That one was a little confusing. Looks like some weird data going on. I don't see anyone getting kicked off the listing here. So if this could be a type of product that you could go and find, and maybe based on how the price has been acting recently, I would guess that you could probably buy this profitably somewhere, maybe even on that same sale we're looking at right now. Down here on the new offer count, I don't see any significant just like cliffs in the seller count where one day there's 50 people selling it and the next there's 5 when the brand themselves kicked everybody off. So let's see, let's zoom out a little bit. Not seeing any real IP complaints there or there. Like it's doing that weird kind of Keepa glitch again. Let me know if you guys know what that is down in the comments, but I'm not too concerned about that. So yeah, it seems like a brand that you could potentially sell. You definitely want to stay away from these listings where the brand themselves is on it, but right away they were able to again quickly identify which of these listings we might potentially be interested in, and especially like this listing here. Let's see. So this is a good example of kind of going on some rabbit trails. So we can see finding that on the SaaS search using the Google button to try to search it for us, because all we need to do is buy it for $18 and maybe even more. So over the last 30 days, it's been selling for $50. So all we have to do is pay $25 for it. And that could be it at Target for 24. What size are we working with here? So it's the 32 ounce. So I bet these are a lot of the smaller guys here. So let's open up a couple of these. Kind of on a little rabbit trail here, but this is the type of stuff that is going to really help you get into the weeds and find those products. You're just going taking that extra step here. So in this case, I'm doing a quick scan. Don't think I can find it super quickly. Seems like it could be, something to be on the lookout for based on the fact that the new sellers aren't really able to even to keep up with the price. The price is staying way higher than in the past, even with kind of a high seller count. So right there again, kind of shows us something we might be interested in sourcing in the future. So then another time saving and honestly profit increasing technique I wanted to show you guys is this site here called Cashback Monitor. What I use it for is very simple. We won't be here for super long. So on that product we found a second ago, that Neutrogena product that was somewhat profitable. If you want to kind of make it even a little bit better, you'd want to throw on, cash back or discounted gift cards if the site has it, all that kind of stuff, right? So with Cashback Monitor, you're able to quickly see all the different sites that offer cash back. So some of the ones that people are usually more familiar with are like Rakuten or Top Cashback, which is even down at the bottom here, right? So if you were only familiar with those two like kind of primary cashback services, you'd probably miss the 4.5% that Hoopla is offering, right? I've used most of these on here. I'm not 100% sure that they're all legit if they're on here. I'm sure some people have had some success with it. I've used Hoopla before though. In this case, that 4.5% probably would actually pay out. So make sure you check out Cashback Monitor, just a quick time saver, boost those profits, especially on the products that you're already going to buy. There's no reason not to go through that best cashback provider, get 4.5% back in this case. So then another time saving and profit increasing kind of hack I wanted to show you guys here as well is you're going to come across a lot of items like this while you're sourcing. So in this case, it's, stovetop stuffing. Probably a lot of people are going to be buying this around the holidays. You'll see this with, Christmas themed Lego sets and all that kind of stuff, where down here on the Keepa chart, you can see right there where Thanksgiving kind of started happening, right? So as soon as, we hit November, the price of this item was up at $22 and then the sales rank dropped super fast. So the lower that sales rank is to 0, the faster it's selling. Really closest to 1, the fastest it's selling. But in this case, you can see that right as we got closer and closer to Thanksgiving, this seriously picked up volume. And the people who were early to this item probably made some good money. The people who were late to this item definitely did not. They're selling it for $10 now. So you'd want to be in the know and be the first to the party on a lot of these items. And if you're trying to source holiday items in this case, in like late October, like it's just going to be too late to source for Thanksgiving, right? And so I think it's really valuable to have lists of these items as you're going out. And so using SellerAmp, you can custom configure these Google Sheets buttons over here. So in this case, let's say we found this item for, we can buy it for $2 a box or something like that. So we're buying it for $6. And then during the holidays, it might sell for 22. Right now, recently it's been like $10. So definitely don't want us to be selling that. It seems like recently the price might have jumped up a little bit as well. But, during the holidays, could be selling for, $22, $21. And that's going to be a pretty significant ROI. It's at least going to be something that you'd want to review, right? So come Thanksgiving, come, September time, right? You review your list of Thanksgiving ASINs. So in this case, hey, I want to store this information. Let me click this Thanksgiving button. That's going to go ahead and send it over to this custom configured Google Sheet that I have over here. You can just set up whatever you want within SellerAmp back here. So this is how I have this custom Thanksgiving sheet configured. You can add whatever information you want. There's going to be a ton of different drop downs. So over here, all I have it saying is, hey, show me the ASIN, the UPC if there is one, the profit cost. I even had it throw me an image in there. So those are a little small right now, but you could definitely blow those up if that's something valuable. You want to just be able to look at that at a glance. Definitely I'd recommend playing around with this for other applications as well, not just storing items for the future, but this is something that I think you can take massive advantage of. And if you have those lists of different holidays, different seasonalities that you want to take advantage of, you're not going to have to do all your sourcing at once. The whole year leading up to that period, you'll have stumbled on items like this where it makes a lot of sense to buy it during a certain time of year, but probably not for the rest of the year. So just go ahead and use SellerAmp here to store some of that information. You can also use this feature to, store lead information and store any information you want for when you're actually going out and listing those products. And that's what we use this for a lot as well. But take advantage of seasonality on items like this. So now that you guys have picked up a trick or two to speed up your Amazon product sourcing, make sure you go ahead and activate your free trial of SellerAmp down below if you don't already have it, to have access to all those different features we were using today. If you guys did get value out of today's video, please feel free to add some value back to my business and hit that subscribe button. Would really appreciate that. If you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to drop those down below. I'm always happy to answer those as well. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.